What's up, everybody? It's your man, Brad Gilmore, the host of the Schmoedown Rundown. And before we start the show today, special announcement, I just want to shout out a new supporter of the Rundown, and that's Audible. Audible is the home of hundreds of thousands of audiobooks, and I'm going to venture a guess that if you like listening to podcasts, then you might like listening to audiobooks. I'm just throwing a shot in the dark there. So if you do, go over to audibletrial.com/schmoedown right now. And what Audible is prepared to do for you, the listeners and the viewers of the Schmoedown Rundown, is they're going to offer you a free 30-day trial of their service and one free audiobook that you get to keep forever. So whether you keep the service, whether you cancel the service, you keep that audiobook forever. They have so many titles to choose from. Right now, I'm actually listening to The Lost World by Michael Crichton, and it's a little bit better than the movie. I'm just saying. Oh, man. My Twitter just blew up. But hey, that's not the point. The point is, if you want to get more stuff from the Schmoedown Rundown, more special episodes like the Rundown Schmoedown between myself, Frank, Janisch, Paul Wulff, and Aaron Turner, the fatal four-way to the end to declare the first ever Rundown champion? If you want more stuff like that, then we need your support, and we need you to support our sponsors. So go over to audibletrial.com/schmoedown. That's audibletrial.com/schmoedown. Do it right now. I'd do it for you. All right, now enjoy the show.
Welcome, everybody, to the first ever Rundown Schmoedown, the only online game show where people who talk about online game shows do online game shows, I think. You know me as William the Beast Bibbiani, and what a match we have today. I am joined by my fellow co-host and someone you all know, at least by name, Chris Skalicky.
Hey, Bibbs. What's up, man? I'm so happy to be here. First time ever hosting anything, so we'll see how this goes. It should be a lot of fun. Can't wait to get going.
All right. Well, listen, who are these people, and why are they playing the game? You tell me, Chris.
Well, all four of these competitors are either current or former hosts of the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown after show, the Schmoedown Rundown. They know a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and they are ready to do battle today.
Now, I think a lot of people are asking themselves, huh? And I'll tell you why. Because these people are not just Schmoedown fans. I've studied the Schmoedown. They know the Schmoedown. They wouldn't do that if they didn't love movies. So I think we're actually going to see a real match here today. What do you think, Chris?
Oh, I think so. They've been talking some trash back and forth for the past several weeks on social media on who's going to win, who's going to lose, who's going to beat each other, and they're ready to pull out all the stops and take each other down.
The reactors really do seem to be taking the Schmoedown by storm. Even in the game itself, late to the party, I can attest, are some of the toughest competitors in that game. Will the Rundown Schmoedown reveal a new champion for the Schmoedown some point in the future? I don't know, but let's take a look at some promos.
This is the house that I built. My idea, my execution. And I've returned to wage war on three people that I would consider friends, that are nice guys, but they're in my way.
You know, I was sitting here trying to enjoy a beautiful day here in the great state of Texas, and then I started thinking about two guys. First of all, Frank Jinga Janisch. That's right, you know why we call you Jinga Janisch. I'm going to take you down brick by brick, block by block.
That's simply not going to happen here, little boy. So why don't you go put on your little blazers and your little plastic loafers and go run along and do something else with your time. Because today, you're going to be embarrassed. But I'll tell you what. After I beat your ass so bad here today, I'm still going to let you on the rundown going forward. That's how nice of a guy I am.
I'm not a schmo. I'm not a rundown boy. You couldn't say that I'm finely tailored. I don't take three. I'm never late for the party. But what I am is the creator.
Well, Aaron, you might have created the Rundown. You might be the founder of the Rundown. But Brad Gilmore legitimized the Rundown. Brad Gilmore brought the Rundown to a whole nother level. And today, in the first ever, what? Paul Wulff. How do you spell it?
What's going on? The king of the ding, Paul Wulff, has returned.
For real, king of the ding. You know what? A ding is so small and tiny and soft. There's nothing there. But if you want to be called king of the ding, that's up to you.
Where has that gotten me? Absolutely nowhere. You know, it's funny what a couple of months will do to a person. You know, having a blast with Aaron and Frank and doing all those interviews, and just like that, gone. And with that, you forgot who I was. You forgot my name. You forgot what I was all about.
I don't know who the hell you are, I'm be honest with you. I don't know.
Don't get me wrong. I'm more than pleased to be back. Even more than being in this game we're about to play, I'm more happy that I'm back to show everybody that whomever was involved made the wrong decision. And it was the worst decision they would ever make.
No beef, brother. I don't know who you are. But I'm gonna kick your ass, too.
I'm not greedy for many things. I'm not greedy for money. I'm not greedy for notoriety. I'm greedy for respect. And I'm coming to get it.
He gave up the Rundown. He said goodbye. He's done. He's retired. This was too much for him. So he left the reins to me. And I had to hold down this fort. And now he wants to come back and compete in the Rundown Schmoedown. Aaron Turner, who used to be my good friend, who's now what I like to refer to as Aaron Turncoat. He went on Collider Body Slam. All of a sudden he has time for another podcast, but not for the Rundown. I don't like it one bit, Aaron. So you know what I gotta do? I'm gonna have to kick your ass too.
I'm still sitting on the sidelines as the Schmoedown wheel continues to spin. And here I am. So from this point forward, I'm no longer that king of the ding. I'm what's called the Outlier. After the match is over, it's gonna happen. Brad and Frank will still continue their merry way on the Schmoedown Rundown. Aaron will guest spot on the Collider Body Slam. And where does that leave me? Not that anyone has asked me about what's gonna happen in this match. I'm still gonna say it. And it's pretty easy. My prediction is I don't care. I don't care who wins, myself included. I'm here to prove to all of you who I am, and that you will never, ever forget my name again.
Okay, let's get serious for a second. This is all fun and games. This is going to be a fun game. We're probably going to make you laugh. Hopefully it's entertaining. But this is for my competitors, you three. I'm going to beat you. I just hope that at the end of the day, you can live with it.
Well, holy shnikes. They are very nice to each other, aren't they, Chris? Aren't they just pleasant and sweet?
Oh yeah, all cuddles and rainbows. Yeah. They really seem to love each other a lot, don't they?
Yeah, no, like you can tell that there's been like a lot of infighting, a lot of backstory, a lot of melodrama behind the scenes of the Schmoedown Rundown. I'm looking forward to the book about it, but until I get to read that, we're just going to have to put them face to face in the arena. Now, are we going to do a tale of the tape?
Yeah, I believe so. We got someone here. Let's see, who is it today? Oh yes, it's Evan DeGraff from Take 3. He will do our tale of the tape. Take it away, Evan.
Thanks guys, my name is Evan DeGraff coming at you with the tale of the tape. This is the first ever Rundown Schmoedown and all their debut matches, so let's just jump right into things. First off, we have Aaron the Titan Turner, and his strengths are horror, thriller, comic book movies, Christopher Nolan, and allowing Evan to record audio. What?
Yeah, they're smart. These guys just retain so much information. Like, I feel like I retain information.
Next, we have Frankie Janisch. His strengths are Star Wars, action-adventure, Matt Damon being a shill, and allowing Brad Gilmore to give him nicknames. I got this. Next, we have Brad Hotlips Gilmore, and his strengths are Back to the Future, James Bond, Disney, being taller than Frank, and also giving Frank a very odd middle nickname. And last but not least, we have King of the Ding, Paul Wulff, and his strengths come in at animation, Disney/Pixar, comic book movies, and ringing bells. And that's it for your Tale of the Tape. Thanks, guys. Right back to you.
All right, thank you, Evan, for that wonderful voiceover. Skalicky, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. These guys are locked and loaded, ready to go. Sounds like they've got a lot of various strengths and in their back pocket.
Like, listen, you know, we've been hearing these guys talk about the Schmoedown for so long. It really is interesting to see what they actually think they know about movies, but we haven't actually seen them tested. So right now we're gonna find out. Looks like let's see who we got here. So Brad Gilmore, he thinks he knows Back to the Future, which is only like 3 movies. So that's pretty easy. Only got to watch those 3 times, right?
Right, so yeah, if he gets that, he better knock it out of the park. Otherwise, he's going to have some explaining to do on that Back to the Future. So
that's the danger for all of it. We got Frankie, Stats, Janisch, who knows his Star Wars. I guess he knows Matt Damon. I don't know if he knows him personally or if he knows like his movies particularly well. I don't think there's a Matt Damon category, but there probably should be. What do you think about Frankie's chances?
Frankie, dude, if you don't get Star Wars, I think you're screwed. Sorry.
What about Aaron the Titan Turner here? He's got pretty varied strengths.
I think the Titan is the true his name of the Titan really pulls through what he's going to bring to the table here. I think he's got the most well-rounded maybe of the 4. But watch out, if he gets horror, he's going to knock him down. But he knows his stuff pretty well-rounded.
But on the other hand, we do have an outlier, specifically Paul the Outlier Wulff. Now, he knows his animation, he knows his Disney Pixar, he knows his comic book movies. Do you think he knows enough?
I think Paul Wulff is the dark horse here. He does know his animated Disney. I've seen that firsthand. He and I teamed up several months ago playing on an online league trivia, and we both crushed it. But he does know his stuff more than animated, so I think he could be the dark horse here this evening.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's get to it. Are you ready, Chris Skalicky?
I am ready, Bibbs. Are you ready for...
I need like another...
Yeah, me too. Maybe another
minute.
Maybe.
Hang on.
I'm
gonna delicious tea Java. Hang on. Got to get that endorsement
Check
deal.
the ball game score here real quick. And okay, ready?
And let's get ready to run down. Introducing first, representing the Rundown Boys and the current host of the Schmoedown Rundown, Brad Hotlips Gilmore.
Oh yeah! It's time to run down, bro.
Next up, you know him formerly as the King of the Ding, the Outlier, Paul Ward.
I'm just happy to be here, folks.
Next up, we have the man of a billion stats. He's the current co-host of the Schmoedown Rundown, Frank Stats Janisch.
What's up, you jokers?
And finally, he is the founder of the Schmoedown Rundown and the co-host of Collider Body Slam, the one, the only, Aaron the Titan Turner.
Often imitated, never duplicated. Wrestle with this reality. You're about to get your ass kicked.
Understood, sir. Chris, are we about ready to get started and put these titans to the test? Well, one titan, one outlier, one stats, and one Hotlips anyway.
Let's do it, Bibbs.
All right, I understand we have some rules.
Yes. I think we're all very versed in the rules of the Schmoedown, but we'll give you guys a reminder of, just like always, round 1, competitors will receive the same 8 questions. You will write your answers on the whiteboards, and you must speak and reveal your answer, what you have written, when we ask you to reveal them. Each correct answer is 1 point. Also, throughout the entire match, you will have 3 JTE repeat rules, as well as 1 challenge rule. A successful challenge, you will be able to keep your challenge. If not, you will lose your challenge for the remainder of the match.
Let's get ready to Rundown Schmoedown, Rundown Schmoedown. Round 1. Question 1. In the category of comic book movies, Nick Stahl plays a sexual predator whose skin has been turned to what color in the movie Sin City? It's a movie that is has aged well, I wonder. Chris, what do you think of Sin City?
You know what? I have actually never seen this film.
You've never... Okay, so we know there aren't going to be any Sin City questions coming up on the Schmoedown proper, but we are going to need your answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start with Frank. What do you got?
I don't know, I said red.
That is not true at all. Aaron, what do you got for us?
He was a yellow bastard.
He indeed was. Brad, what do you got?
He was a yellow bastard.
He was. We've come to terms with this. And Paul?
Bastard.
That would be yellow.
He was a yellow bastard. All right, let's move on. Question 2, Chris, take it away.
Question 2, the category is Disney. Which character performs the song Go the Distance?
And I think we're going to find out today which one of these mighty competitors is going to go the distance. Isn't that right, Chris?
That's right. They go all the way or they fall flat on their face.
I hope they don't fall flat on their face in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Aaron, what do you got?
I've got Hercules.
That is correct. The Herkster. Brad, what do you got?
I put Woody.
That is not correct because as we've established, it was Hercules. Paul,
Woody.
what do you got?
1997's Hercules.
I don't have the date in front of me, but that's probably true. And Frank?
Yeah, I got Hercules.
You got yourself a Hercules. All right, it's an exciting match. Aaron and Paul are leading. Frank and Brad are down by 1. Question number 3. In actors and actresses, these people are actors and or actresses. Which actor appeared in the following films: The Dead Zone, Blast from the Past, and The Rundown? That's an appropriate title, isn't it, Chris? The Rundown? I bet
of
it's
course,
about game
yeah.
shows. Yeah. It's probably not actually about
Could
game
be.
shows. Probably about
I thought
some
about
sort
it
of, some sort of running downward.
Yeah,
Down
downing.
to 5,
Down
4,
running.
3, 2, 1. Brad, what do you got for us?
I got Christopher Walken.
That is correct, sir. Paul, what do you got for us?
Damn right it is.
I got Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken. Frank.
I just said Dwayne, so that's all
Chris,
I got. Yeah.
is that his middle name? Chris, can we check on that?
Yeah, no.
And Aaron,
Also,
what do you
no
got
middle
for
names.
us?
Okay, cool.
Ow, I got Christopher Walken.
You get no extra points for the accent, but I do appreciate it nonetheless.
We should take points away for him wearing Orlando Magic shades. What a disgrace.
I don't know what that means or if that's relevant.
But I'm
was
wearing a
gonna go-
Bruno Sammartino t-shirt, so...
You got a Bucks hat, man.
All right, next question. Next question number 4, in the category of James Bond. In the film Skyfall, what is Skyfall, actually?
Chris, I was impressed by the way you kept all of our competitors in line. That was very macho.
Well, sometimes
and,
you gotta throw your weight around a little bit.
You got to throw down the hammer. Yeah, I think that was a very, very mighty turn of phrase, and we're going to find out if it had any impact on their game in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Paul, what do you got for us?
Geppetto.
That is incorrect. Wait a minute. Can we
Close
get a
with a
translation
cigar.
on Geppetto? Chris.
J-E... No.
Okay. Frank, what do you got for us?
I don't know. Orphanage?
We cannot accept that. Aaron, what do you got for us?
I have James Bond's childhood home.
That we can do.
Correct.
And Brad.
I have his home, his childhood home.
We'll accept that. Okay. Doing good. Doing good. Category 5, drama. What was Andy Dufresne's profession in The Shawshank Redemption prior to his arrest? Chris, prior to your arrest, what was your profession?
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Another mystery of the Schmoedown.
I might tell you mine in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's keep that a mystery, but let's find out if Frank knew the answer.
Accountant?
Ooh, can we accept that?
Oh, gosh. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
This is awkward.
that's hippie.
That's
would be a no. Sorry.
No?
That's a no. We're gonna say
Okay.
no. That is
Okay,
a no.
that
Sorry,
is a
Frank.
no.
Sorry,
Okay.
Aaron. Aaron, what do you got?
I also had accountant.
Not quite. Brad, what do you got?
I had banker.
We can accept banker.
That is
Paul.
I had, ironically enough, accountant down first, but I erased it and put banker.
Okay.
Two.
Wow.
Ooh.
All right.
Things are not looking good
Yeah,
for Frank.
I think a
but
few of us
No.
haven't seen that movie in a while. So
Frank sucks, brother.
Frank is a very nice person. We will have none of your Frank bashing. Chris, take it away
All right.
with category 6.
yes, question 6 from Action Adventure. Which actress plays the character Rain in the Resident Evil franchise?
What character would you like to play in the Resident Evil franchise, Chris?
One that doesn't exist in that franchise, maybe? I don't know.
I want to be the giant spider from the first game. Just, I am
Another
a giant
film
spider.
I have not seen, so...
Yeah. How many legs do I have as a giant spider? Do I have 8? No, I have 5. 4.
There you go.
3, 2, 1. I don't know anything about spiders, but I do know we're going to Aaron for the answer.
Was it Michelle Rodriguez?
We
That is
already.
correct.
It is. It is correct. It is correct. My apologies. Yes. Brad, what do you got?
I put Kate Beckinsale.
Ah, Underworld, son.
Damn it.
That's the other Resident Evil. Paul, what do you got?
Michelle Rodriguez.
Michelle Rodriguez is correct. And Frank, you can save yourself. What do you got here?
Michelle Rodriguez.
Yes, it's
Very
Michelle
nice.
Rodriguez. The ever-talented Michelle Rodriguez.
Never saw any of those movies.
That's okay.
You're missing some movies. Let's see what we got
Not much.
in question 7. In comedy. In which film does Will Ferrell say, "Hey, Mom, can we get some meatloaf?" Chris, can I get some
I like
meatloaf? Yeah, I like meatloaf too. Can I get some, Chris? That'd be great.
Next time I come out to the Collider, I'll bring some meatloaf.
What? Everyone has a secret to meatloaf, Chris. What's yours?
A secret.
Yeah, everyone has a secret to make in there. Oh, you got me. You got me going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brad, what have you got?
Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers is the correct answer. Paul, what do you
Yes.
got?
Wedding Crashers.
That is correct.
Oh, you're Paul. That's who. Oh, my.
It's about
Nice to
time.
meet you.
Yeah,
Brad is
Brad's a
done
little
being-
slow. Yeah. So
If Brad is done being rude, let's go to Frank.
I never know what she's doing back there. Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers and Aaron.
Wait, let me see that again. I could barely read that. Does that count?
He wrote it in
saw it.
hieroglyphics, but I think it
That's
counts.
Wedding Crashers. That's Wedding Crashers. I'll accept that. And Aaron, what do you got?
I've also got Wedding Crasher.
Nice! Oh my
Right
god.
on.
This is a very close race going into round 2. We got Paul and Aaron up by 6. Brad in close second at 5th. And Frank hanging in there.
I think we're missing a question, guys.
And that's correct because we do have one more. Everyone shut up. Question number 8 goes to Chris. Chris, what do you got for us?
All right, your 8th and final category is Spielberg. What is Indiana Jones's actual full name?
Chris, what is your actual full name?
It is actually, I will actually say it. It is Christopher Albert Skalicky.
It is Skalicky.
It is Skalicky.
It's not Skalicky.
Correct. C makes an S.
Does it?
In this word, it does.
Neat. Okay, well, I learned something. Thank you. I was never entirely sure.
You're very close. You're closer than most.
But I am sure that we will be done with this question in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Paul, what do you got?
Henry Jones Jr.
That is correct, sir. Frank, what do you got?
Henry Jones, that's all I put.
We cannot accept that. Aaron, what do you got?
Also, just Henry Jones.
Oh, you were all so close, Brad!
Henry Jones Jr.
There you go. Ooh. Oh, this is intense.
Oh, you're wonderful, Brad. You're so great.
Oh, brother.
Better than some people in Buccaneers hats.
Paul comes so close to getting the bonus question, but alas, no bonus shall be had. That takes us into round 2. Actually, this time, Paul is leading with 7 points. Brad and Aaron are close behind with 6. And Frank is in last place with 3 points, but anything can happen in round 2, and that's what he's counting on. Chris, let's outline the rules.
In round 2, as in the Schmoedown, we usually call it the wheel round, but today it is the hat round. We have, 6 categories to be put into a hat. Bibs will draw them out. If the competitor does not like the first category that comes out of the hat, they can choose a second pick. Each competitor will get 4 questions from that category. Questions are worth 2 points. Multiple choice will be available, which also reduces the value to 1 point. Players can steal if the person receiving the question is incorrect. They will write the answer on their whiteboard and then show them once we ask them to reveal them if a steal is available. Also, there is a picker's choice and opponent's choice in the hat as well, just like on the wheel. So if they pick that out, they will pick accordingly, or the competitors will decide what category they will receive.
Bibs, did you forget to put that in the hat?
I forgot to put those last 2 in there. Those were not on the thing, so hold on. I'm rapidly writing that down. Hang on a second.
I saw him moving once I said that. It's like,
Hold on.
This mess up is brought to you by Highway 21 Upriver, brewed right here in DeBerry, Florida. Thank you.
Brother.
Paul, you are in first place. I am going to rummage around in the Totoro Hat of Doom, and you tell me when to stop. Anytime.
Stop.
All right. The category you've chosen is animated. Do you want to keep it, or do you want to throw it away?
Keep it.
Keep it.
Oh, he's feeling pretty cocky over there.
yeah.
All right.
Paul may have just gotten his strength, but we'll see if that strength turns out to be what he wanted. All right.
Your first question in the category of animated. What is the name of the video game that Ralph is the villain of in Wreck-It Ralph?
And I say it, right?
Yeah, you just have to say it. You can go to multiple choice if you want.
That is Fix-It Felix Jr.
That is correct for 2 points. Way to go, Paul. Chris, you want to take question 2?
I'll take question 2. Which popular music star provides the voice of young King Arthur in Shrek the Third?
Justin Timberlake.
Oh, another 2
correct.
points for Paul. Off to a suicide lead. Paul, what is Dumbo's actual name?
Jumbo Jr.
Oh, why are there so many junior questions?
I have no idea.
But he's getting them all right. Chris, last question. Can he pull the whole round off?
All right, Paul, your 4th question in the category of animated. What is the very simple name of the town where the main events of Rango take place?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, sand, B, dirt, C, snake, or D, mud?
It's the one movie I didn't see. Can you believe that?
Well, we can now.
I'm going to have to guess sand.
That is incorrect.
Okay, for the steal, everybody.
You got to write down?
You're gonna have to write that down just so, because otherwise we can't trust you.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give everyone 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Frank, what do you got?
Mud?
Incorrect.
Cool.
Brad.
I had mud as well.
Incorrect. Aaron.
I didn't finish in time, so I got nothing. So.
You just needed a letter.
Was dirt.
Damn. Of course it was. Why not?
Oh, Paul, you came so close. You flew too close to the sun, Paul.
Came out in 2011 and won the Oscar for Best Animated Feature. Does that work?
Sure did. And if that was the question, you would have gotten it. All right. Okay, so we have Aaron and Brad are tied at second place. We're going to do alphabetical order. Aaron, by first name. Aaron, just tell me when to go, buddy.
Go. Go, Bibbs, go.
Okay. Your category is Star Wars. Do you want to take it or not?
No, put that back in there. Maybe destroy it. I'm not sure.
All right, give you another chance here. Just tell me when to stop messing around in this weird hat.
And stop.
Okay, your category is also Star Wars.
Oh my god! Well, this was fun. Hit me.
Take it, brother. Come on, brother.
He held up his hand and was just making noise. That's all he was doing.
Come on, brother.
Just hold BB-8 here. Help me. Help me.
All right, in the category of Star Wars, your first question is thus.
There goes all my cred.
Finish this quote spoken by the inimitable Jabba the Hutt. I will translate. This bounty hunter is my kind of scum. Fearless and blank.
Multiple choice.
Okay, your options are A, deadly, B, resourceful, C, ruthless, or D, inventive.
I'm going to go with B.
That is incorrect.
Great.
For the steal. Frank, what do you got?
Inventive.
Inventive is the correct answer. Brad, what do you got?
I put ruthless.
That's incorrect. Paul?
Inventive.
There you go. Ooh, that hurt my soul. Chris, give him the second question in the Star Wars category.
All right, question number 2. Who is the only actor to appear in all 8 of the Star Wars episodes?
We're talking about the episodes, not the interstitials, just the episodic films.
Anthony Daniels.
That is correct.
That is 100% correct. Good job, Aaron. All right, question 3. In A New Hope, the pilot that says, "Stay on target," during the trench run had what color designation?
Blue.
As incorrect. Let's go to Frank for the steal.
Yellow.
Cannot accept that. Brad, what do you got?
It. Oh, I know.
It's okay. I hate myself, Frank. I hate myself. It's okay.
Brad, do you have it?
Oh, I put yellow or gold.
Can we accept that?
No.
No. Okay, I didn't think so because he wasn't no confidence. And Paul, what do you got?
Gold.
God,
gold.
Damn it.
Gold is correct.
That is a massive 2-point steal lead for
Again, my name is Paul. Learn it well, Brad, because it's the impending sound of your doom.
Understood.
That's mean. That's mean.
All right, Aaron, your final question in the category of Star Wars. How old was Padme Amidala when she was elected Queen of Naboo?
Oh my god. Give me multiple choice, even though I probably shouldn't, but just give it to me.
All right, is it A, 12, B, 14, C, 16, D, 18?
Let's see, what was I doing during those ages? I was not leading a republic. I'll go with, and it's probably wrong, and I hate myself. Come at me, Star Wars fans. 14.
That's correct.
Whoa, that is correct.
God.
The politics of Naboo make no sense to me. They are elected officials at 14? How does that work?
Oh my god.
They might be better off.
Did they have like a class selection and then surprise, you're actually president?
Isn't that like the
I don't understand.
Like the last emperor or something? No, you know what? We're digressing. Let's move on.
All right.
We're moving on.
Do it, Bibbs.
All right, Brad. It's your turn, buddy. What do we got going on here? Tell me when.
And stop.
And your category is Back to the Future.
Get out of
Not
here.
kidding you at all.
This is bullshit.
That is
All right, let's
totally
go.
random. Do you want to keep
Go.
it?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go.
I can't wait till he
I
gets
don't
all these
screw it up.
wrong. Yeah, you're gonna get them all wrong.
That would be very ironic. One second, let me find it.
I
would-
demand that hat be thrown out right now.
Hey, this is important hat.
That's the only. Don't worry, that was the only hope I had, and I'll probably still screw it up.
Two of the three get their
Okay,
favorite
Brad.
categories? All right, okay. All right, sure.
All right, Brad. Your first question. Marty confuses the Baines family in 1955 by saying he's seen a rerun of which TV sitcom?
Bonanza.
That's incorrect, and that's not a sitcom. Frank, you're on the left on my screen, so I'm just going to keep coming back to you.
Oh,
Do you have
damn
for
it.
the steal?
Jackie
Honeymooners.
Gleason.
The Honeymooners is correct.
correct.
Aaron, do you
no,
have
I'd
it?
leave it to Beaver Bibs.
Damn. All right, Paul, what do you got?
That would be the Honeymooners.
Ooh.
This is Jackie Gleason. I saw this last week on a rerun.
What's a rerun?
Ah, God damn it. Okay.
No,
no,
that's not
okay.
the line. That's
All
not
right,
Here's
Brad.
all your cred.
Question 2. In Back to the Future Part 3, what was Buford Tannen's nickname?
Mad Dog.
That is correct.
That is super correct, man.
I
Finally.
can't believe I missed that Honeymooners question. Damn it to hell.
Tricky, tricky. All right, Bibbs, you got question 3?
Question 3. Name the actress who played Jennifer in the first Back to the Future.
Claudia Wells.
Damn it.
Nicely done. Nicely done indeed. And
All right.
Chris,
Has a
question
delightful
4.
store called
You're
Armani
fi-
Wells in Los Angeles. Continue.
Your final question. In 2015, Barty... Wow.
Barty?
2015, yeah, I don't know where that came from. Marty makes what comment after being assaulted by the Jaws 19 ad?
Shark still looks fake.
That's correct.
All right.
Wow.
2 points.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
All right. Frank, it all comes down to you, man.
No, does it?
It does now.
Okay.
What do you got?
Stop.
This was fun.
Picker's choice.
Oh, man.
Now, what does that? Does that mean any category that unused
That means
or
any
used?
category that hasn't been used,
Okay,
unfortunately.
what's left?
That is an
Got
excellent question.
Horror thriller,
Uh-huh.
fantasy sci-fi, or musicals?
Musical.
Well, it looks like we're going. Yeah, fantasy
Who
sci-fi.
the hell
it
put,
is.
who
We're
put
doing fantasy
musicals in there? Knock it off.
Fantasy sci-fi.
Fantasy sci-fi?
You
Yeah.
know what? I'm just going to tell you, learn your musicals, all right? It's a wonderful genre.
I won't. I won't.
All right, Frank, your first question in fantasy sci-fi. In The Matrix, what is the name of the machines that attack the Nebuchadnezzar in the real world?
Sentinels.
That's correct for 2 points. Damn. Well done, Frank.
Okay, Frank, your second question. In which Harry Potter film are Harry, Ron, and Hermione attacked by a plant called the Devil's Snare?
Multiple choice.
A. The Sorcerer's Stone. B. Chamber of Secrets. C. Prisoner of Azkaban. D. Goblet of Fire.
Wow. B.
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
For the steal, Aaron.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't write anything down yet. I'm sorry. So
I'll give everyone. I'll give everyone 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Aaron, what do you got?
Goblet of Fire.
That's incorrect.
Incorrect.
Great.
Brad.
Sorcerer's Stone.
That is correct
That's
for 1
correct.
point. Paul.
Yeah, I had Goblet of Fire.
All right, way to go, Brad.
Brad
Oh,
comes
yeah.
with this.
All right, your third question in the category fantasy sci-fi, Frank. Prior to playing K2SO in Rogue One, Alan Tudyk portrayed a robotic character in what other live-action film?
Shit.
Better not go for multiple choice.
Yeah. What other live action? Come on.
All I want to do is beat Frank. That's all.
Yeah, I gotta go to multiple choice.
No, you're too far down.
All right, your options are A, Transformers, B, Serenity, C, iRobot, or D, AI, Artificial Intelligence.
iRobot.
Damn it! That's correct for 1 point.
That's correct.
Yeah.
All right, Frank, your final question in sci-fi fantasy. What fantasy film has the characters Elora Danan, Bavmorda, and the High Alduin?
Can I get a translation? On those? Can you? Yeah, repeat that question, please.
Okay, what fantasy film has the characters Elora Danan, Bavmorda, and the High Alduin?
Wow. I don't know. Chronicles of Narnia.
That is incorrect for the steal, Aaron.
Galaxy Quest.
That is incorrect, Brad.
I put Labyrinth.
That is
Correct.
incorrect, but a little closer. And lastly, Paul.
Paul Wulff.
Jupiter Ascending is what I put.
It's Willow.
Warwick Davis.
Willow. Laura
that's-
Danan is the baby. Queen Bavmorda was the queen, and the High Alduin was the lead priest of the Nelwyn. So,
Well, there we are.
learn your Ron Howard movies. He's more important than you think. All right. Okay. Paul is off to a gigantic lead. So much so that I've actually lost track. So someone's gonna have to tell me what the points are right now. Holy hell! What a round, Chris. How you holding up, man? This is insane.
Whew, this is back and forth there with Paul and Brad. Paul really showing his stuff. Aaron and Frank, I think they're having fun.
We're having
Maybe?
a time. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, let's all just have a little good time with this, shall we? Frank, you're in last place, so let's not give this to you.
Okay, cool.
Paul, you're in the lead.
Love
the
it.
way that round 3 works is going to be a little different. Chris, explain the rules.
All right, in round 3, instead of having the traditional the way we do it on the Schmoedown, we'll have a betting round for round 3. Each competitor will get a maximum of 5 points to bet. One question will be asked from a random category drawn from the hat, and after the scores are assessed, the winner will be announced.
That sounds fun. Let's do it that way.
Works for me.
Neat. Okay. Paul, you are in the lead, so we are going to pick a category. The Totoro hat has been refilled with new categories, exciting categories. You're going to pick the category, and then you're all going to lay out your wager. So, Paul, just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Your category is new releases. New releases.
Gift it, son.
These are relatively new releases. Everyone,
Damn it.
you can bet up to 5 points. Think about your possibilities. What could it be? You don't even know.
Well,
All right. Make sure you have your
Well, you gotta do what you
wagers down. Wagers down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your question is: in Lady Bird plans to leave Sacramento and move to what city? Everyone write down your stuff. Everyone's answering this question.
Oh, well, that was news to me.
Is that not the case?
No, yeah.
Everyone's
he
answering.
doesn't have to answer if he doesn't want to.
I guess.
Sorry.
That's
guys.
true.
Yeah.
I'll repeat out of politeness, just in case people didn't get it. In Lady Bird plans to leave Sacramento and move to what U.S. city? And we will need all of your answers in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
In Lady Bird plans to leave Sacramento and move to what U.S. city? In 5, 4,
Pressure's on.
3, 2, 1. We're going to need your answers. Let's start with Frank. What do you got?
And I haven't gotten around to this damn movie yet, but I just
love
said
it.
Los Angeles.
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
Aaron, what have you got?
I betted at 1 point, and I said Seattle?
That's incorrect.
So
Frank,
incorrect.
we didn't get your wager, actually.
Oh, it was 5.
So yeah.
Oh, well, you shouldn't have done that.
Thank you.
Brad,
Thank you.
Brad, what was your wager? And what was your wager?
I wagered 5, and I said Salt Lake City.
Interesting choice, also wrong.
Oh, wow.
And then last but
that's not a good idea.
Last but not least, Paul, it looks like it's yours to lose, man. What do you got?
I bet at one point I said I think it's New York.
New York is correct. Paul gets the extra point, and he has an infinite number of points. That's how far ahead he is.
But with
Now,
that,
infinity points.
challenge.
Paul Wulff are...
I like the challenge.
Okay.
New York is not. It's called New York City. Is
Oh,
it not?
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
New York is a
Hold up.
state, and then there's New York City. Is that? Am I wrong on that? I want to challenge it just in case I'm not wrong.
We have a ruling. After a significant debate, we have decided that city was mentioned in the question, therefore it was implied, and we will accept New York as it indicates that he knew the answer and had seen the film. And your winner, and first Rundown Schmoedown winner, Paul the Outlier. Whoa!
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, our winner of the Rundown Schmoedown is Paul Ward.
Ooh.
Whatever.
Unbelievable.
And that is an unbelievable. That is. Ooh, Paul,
Domination.
you gotta teach us your ways, man.
Hey,
Paul, that was nuts.
I cannot believe this at all. I mean, I really am shocked. I cannot believe the chance that I was able to do this. I just, who am I kidding? I knew I was gonna win. Come on. No, I really have no confidence like that at all. I just was here to play, and hey, it just happened that way.
All right, well, everyone, this has been a fantastic first inaugural game of the Rundown Schmoedown. We are going to throw it to the inimitable Kristen Smith for the interviews, and we'll be back with our final thoughts in just a moment.
All right, so we are here with the, I won't say loser, but, the person who got not third, second, or first place, Frank Janisch, the stats man. How are you feeling?
I'm a little warm. A little. It's a little sweater. So. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Whatever works for you. So this match obviously didn't go the way you wanted. You talked probably the most smack out of all of your competitors, specifically to Aaron and to Brad. You didn't really talk a ton of smack to Paul, which I guess no one really talked a lot of smack to Paul. Seems like a,
Well, Kristen, the thing with that was it was very just about having a therapeutic moment. It's been a long, tumultuous road for the Rundown, and I was just getting everything out there in the open once and for all. That's all that was. Yeah.
All right. So when you got to your round 2, you got Picker's Choice. At that point, your selection, which would have been Star Wars, was already gone. How were you feeling at that point? Because you actually, you were at 6 points, so you weren't that far behind Aaron. You actually could have been a lot closer to Brad if you had nailed that category. How are you feeling moving into that?
Well, I was kind of bummed that Star Wars was off the table, but it was almost like it was on the table because Aaron did so bad. So, and then, fantasy sci-fi. I was like, that was the best I could go out of horror because that's the strength for Aaron and musicals. Which is
my strength.
Right. Yeah. So I think that was the best way that could have gone, given that there was only 3 categories apparently left. So that was the best of the 3. Yeah, and you know what? I was really close on a few other questions. I think had I just had the verbiage right, Skyfall won the orphanage and his home, and I think there's a couple other ones. Oh, the Star Wars Yellow and Gold. I know
Star
that
Wars one.
I always mess up on that one for whatever reason. Every single time. But oh well.
Yeah, the Star Wars universe. I'm not sure that yellow is actually a color.
True.
I don't know that they believe in the color yellow, which I guess that's, up to them. That's their choice. But, if you were going to do this again, would you want to do this again? Or is this the last we're going to see of Frank in the Rundown Schmoedown reality?
Oh no, I would definitely do it again. I like making my friends look good. That's what I'm here for. So that's it's just a kind of part of my community service, and to the Schmoedown community, that is, So yeah.
Well, like a round of drunk Jenga, I feel like your round one kind of just fell apart, but it's okay. It's okay. You definitely came back in round two.
I'll pick up the pieces. Yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you for your round two. I thought you did a great job there, man. And hopefully we'll be seeing you back around very soon on the Rundown Schmoedown.
Yeah, that's where I'll just go back to doing that. That's what I'll do.
Perfect. All right, back to me for another interview.
I'm bad with questions.
Yeah.
That was great. That was great.
All right, so I'm here with Brad. Unfortunately, you did not win. You didn't even technically get second place, which we all kind of thought you would. You tied. But that's okay. You know what? And here's the thing. You talked a real big game in your promo. What is going through your mind right now at this unfortunate defeat?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Christian, I didn't lose here because I still don't know who Paul Wulff is, so therefore he's not even in the game. I don't even know who this guy is, who this Jabron came in, and he decided to be a member of the Rundown Schmoedown. That's neither here nor there. I'm glad. I am ecstatic, and I am happy for one reason and one reason only. I beat Jenga Janisch. I knocked his tower down. He is no more. Bye, Frank. And Aaron, you did okay, Aaron. You gave it the old college try. But really, if we stopped when we should have stopped, which was before new releases, I still kicked your ass too. So I'm doing pretty good, and I'm still waiting to figure out who Paul Wulff is. That's how I feel.
Well, I'll remind you that Paul Wulff is the guy who got first place in this match. Moving on. In round one, you actually missed a Disney question. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you consider that one of your strengths. Was that just something that slipped your mind, or what?
It did. I saw Hercules recently. It was streaming on Hulu of all places, and the song just slipped my mind. That one slipped my mind, and I was really hard on myself for missing the Honeymooners in Back to the Future. Had I done that, I might have been in a better position to take down Paul Wulff. Wait a minute. I might have been in a better position to take down the guy who you say won in your mind and in your imagination. But, it is what it is. I came and I did exactly what I wanted to do, which was beat Frank. And I'm still taller than he is.
I haven't seen both of you side by side, so I wouldn't know personally. But, you had a good game. It was well played. If you had to do this again, would you change anything? How would you prepare yourself better if there was potentially a rematch?
You know what? I think there should be a rematch, inevitably. And what I would do more is probably, I'd look at, maybe some new releases. I haven't seen Lady Bird. I haven't seen, whatever that fish movie that one was. So I need to be a little bit better versed in new releases. But if it wasn't for that, Paul Wulff would have gone down.
All right. Well, you heard it from Brad himself. He's ready for that rematch, Paul, whenever you are. All right, Aaron. I'm feeling really bad for you, man, because I actually thought you were going to win this thing. So, I'm shocked. Honestly, how are you feeling after all this mess?
Kristen, I respect you a lot and what you do, and I'm disappointed. I embarrassed myself in front of William Bibbiani, somebody I respect a great deal, and I missed Star Wars questions, which Ken Knapsack would have just found unbelievably reprehensible. Like it's ridiculous. I consider myself a casual Star Wars fan. I don't know the lore, so come at me if you must, but I think disappointed would be the word. I don't take anything away from the victory of Paul Wulff. It's a wonderful comeback story. But yeah, disappointed is the word I would use right at this moment. So I feel.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit of that too. Just because I said some things about Frank and how you were going to beat him to a pulp. Well,
I did beat him. I just want to make that clear.
You did,
yeah.
but I still feel a little bit bad about that. Now, your round 1 actually went really well. You went up to the 5th question without missing anything. I would assume after that, you probably were thinking that you were one of the contenders to win this thing.
Well, I never want to count my chickens before they hatch, but I was feeling good. I wasn't feeling quite cocky because I knew that everybody was pretty close. But I think round 1 shows what kind of skills that I had. But man, round 2 was my absolute downfall. Horror thriller, different story. Fantasy sci-fi, different story, maybe. But it just did not go my way, and that sucks because I feel like I had a lot more to give and could not give it to you. So for that, I'm sorry.
Well, and how do you feel when you see everyone else get either their strength or spinner's choice, and you get stuck with something that you're only like a casual fan of? I mean, that probably doesn't feel great.
No, it's not a great feeling, but you know, the best thing about it was that Brad Gilmore, a guy that has a Back to the Future podcast, got a Back to the Future question incorrect, which I found quite humorous. So that's pretty fun. So who knows, maybe horror thriller, maybe I wouldn't know who directed Drag Me to Hell. Maybe I wouldn't know who directed Suspiria. Maybe I wouldn't know who wrote Halloween or scored it. Maybe, but I doubt it because I'm pretty confident in what I do. But that didn't happen for me.
Yeah, well, a lot of the other competitors are saying that they're ready for a rematch. So if you had one thing to say to them about this rematch, what would it be?
Well, you know, if you want a rematch, you know where to find me. You know, I can give you my bank account information. You could probably throw some ducats in there, and then we can see what happens. But other than that, you can find me Thursdays on Collider Factory doing Collider Body Slam. So enjoy that. Wow.
Well, that's just perfect. We look forward to hearing from you on your Collider Body Slam podcast, but also hopefully in the future back here playing another match. So good luck, man.
Thank you, Kristen. You are quite the delight. More than I can say for the questions. Sorry, Jeremy.
And yeah, that's all we got with Aaron. So, all right, and I am here with our Rundown Schmoedown winner, Paul Wulff. I'm honestly shocked because you were definitely the dark horse of this competition. I don't know that anyone expected you to come and be as dominant as you were. I mean, just what is going through your head right now, man?
I literally cannot believe, I really can't, that I was able to come in and just take over and just defeat some of my favorite people on the Schmoedown and the Collider podcasts and just everything that I've come to love about this game. And finally doing an actual game, I mean, it scared me a little bit. But then again, it was a little exciting too. And, being back, just being asked back to see Aaron, to see Frank, to meet that other guy, and just to see Bibbiani on video is just prizes in itself. I mean, I miss these guys. I missed what I did with them. I just am glad to just be in their presence. And I just cannot believe it. There's no words, even though I've said many.
Well, you could say many more. I think that you definitely deserve it after the performance you put out today. You had the most points coming out of round 1. You had an almost perfect round 2. And honestly, you were the only person to get round 3 correct as well. So that, those are some impressive numbers right there, man. I mean, when you got your round 2 choice of animated, did you just kind of want to jump up and down a little bit?
You know what? The kid inside me is still jumping up and down. My actual children are probably going to be proud of me when I wake them up in the morning for school. I'm actually getting emotional with this because again, I'm being back. I'm here, and just to win and to showcase that I can do what I do, it proves that I can be somebody in this type of a game. And cross my fingers, this is not the last time you see of me, because I would love to do whatever they want me to do in whatever aspect, because I have a passion for this. I love doing this and I miss it a lot. And so if there's anything that could put the Outlier back in, I'd love to be a part of it.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, if you got to do another one of these Rundown Schmoedowns, you sound like you'd be up for it, but if there was a chance that you could be in the Schmoedown, who do you think you would want to take on?
Yeah. This might shock a lot of people, and it might not shock this person, but I'd love to take on Jason Justice Inman.
I think that's a good choice. I think that's a good matchup there. And, you know, lastly, you were the person who came into this match with, I mean, you just were here to have fun and to play. And, I mean, you were also the guy without the sunglasses in your promo. I mean, all this kind of set you apart. Did you plan all of this? You know, you just came in with such a, you know, easygoing attitude. Do you think that had anything to do with your victory here?
I mean, I really did. I had nothing to lose. I had everything to gain. I had the highest ceiling. People thought I had the lowest floor, but that didn't happen. And seeing everything that I took advantage of and that I completed, it just above and beyond, just an amazing experience. And I would love to do this again if given the chance.
Awesome, man. I'm super excited to see that you won. It was a really great match on your end, and I'm excited to see what else we are going to get from these matches in the future. But just congratulations, and we're going to send it back over to Bibbs and Chris Skalicky with the end of the match.
Chris, we just had a lot of great interviews from Kristen here. We had Brad immediately demanding a rematch, and of course he would. We had Frank, who was modest, saying he's just here to make his friends look good by scoring so low. We have Aaron, who has learned firsthand the curse of the randomized second round. But I think we had Paul here, man. Paul got choked up, made me cry a little bit, and he challenged Jason Justice Inman, and I would love to see that match. What do you think of these interviews, Chris?
Oh yeah, we got to see, you know, Brad. He was, you know, disappointed in his performance, especially after getting that Back to the Future category. You know, that was going to be his strength, and he had that first question that he missed, and that kind of maybe put him in a little bit of a funk. You missed that one out the gate. You never know what's going to happen after that. And then, of course, you know, Aaron with the Star Wars struggled a little bit there because he was a strong competitor coming in. That first round, he really showed his stuff. And then Frank, you know, he was here, so that's fine. But no, but Paul, he was my dark horse coming into this match. Really showed his stuff. You know, crushed it with animated, and then I think he had like 5 or 6 points of steals in round 2.
It was an insane category. It was an insane game for him. He was nuts.
It wasn't just animated, but it was everything. He was rocking the whole match.
Yeah, Paul should terrify everybody in the Schmoedown, everybody in the Schmoedown Rundown, everybody in the Rundown Schmoedown, and everybody in real life. So congratulations to Paul. Everyone, you played a great game. It has been a lot of fun. I look forward to hearing all about this on the Rundown Schmoedown Rundown, which I'm sure will be a great podcast episode. But until we get to that, let's give everybody a chance to plug their stuff. Chris, what's up with you, man?
Well, first of all, I want to thank our question writer, Jeremy Paul Adams. Very talented guy, sending some great questions. Take it away, Jeremy.
Yes, I'm Jeremy Adams. I did contribute the questions tonight, and you can find what I do on Worldwide Movie Games. It's a network on YouTube. It's also a Facebook channel. We have multiple types of fan movie trivia. We have There Will Be Trivia, which is a single and teams tournament, not too different from the Schmoedown, but with some interesting wrinkles. We have Movie Battleground, which is for movie debating, and then we have Full Metal Trivia, which is big multiple people matches. We have like 5 or more people competing all the time, and if you want to compete, we can get new players in. We could get you in Full Metal Trivia within the week, and we'd love to have you check it out.
Awesome. Thank you for all the great questions, Jeremy. You rock.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And actually, we need to just talk about real fast our fantastic interviewer, Kristen. Kristen, where can people find you?
Okay, so you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Stardust at Smith_K10, the number, not the word. You can also find me on Take 3 Productions, where I host the Reactor Summit. It's a fun breakdown of everything Schmoedown with fans of the Schmoedown, people you don't get to hear from a lot. And yeah, that's where you can find me.
Awesome. Paul Wulff, where can people find you, man?
Well, you can find me all on the Facebook, Schmoeville, Schmoedown, every type of fan page you've got on Facebook for anything and everything, the Schmoedown and Collider. You can also find me on Twitter at the Mr. Wulff12, and that is again WULFF, the only one that can spell it right. And you can also find me on Instagram at the same one, the Mr. Wulff12.
Awesome. Frank, who are you? Where are you? What are you? Why are you? And how can we find you?
Yeah, I am here. I am now, but you can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at FrankieJ29, and I do a little podcast, Schmoedown Rundown. So maybe we talk about this, maybe we don't. But yeah, that's about it.
All right, Brad Gilmore.
Yeah, thanks for throwing it over to me. My plugs are as follows. You can check out Heated Conversations every Saturday at Sports Radio 610 if you're in the Houston area. If not, you can check it out on iTunes, wherever you get your podcast from. The Brad Gilmore Show, new episodes every week. And, of course, you can check me out as the host and the king of all hosts of the Schmoedown Rundown. New episodes on Collider Factory and on SK+. And check out Reality of Wrestling on Fight TV. That's FITE.TV. And also, one last thing, Throwdown Thursdays is a new reality wrestling show we do every Thursday live on Booker T's Facebook page, so go check that out as well. Follow me on all social media at Brad Gilmore.
Aaron, who are you? Where are you? What are you? Go on.
Well, my name is Aaron Turner. You can find me on Twitter at ATTitanium, like AT the Element and Titanium. You can also find me every Thursday for right now on Collider Body Slam with the Outlaw John Roca and various guests. By this time, it may be Jay Washington, it may be Mark Donica, it may be Jen Sturger. We don't know. People just kind of come in and out, and we love every one of them. And we're really building that community, so thank you guys for your support so far. So you can find that on the Collider Factory feed. And yeah, thank you for Body Slam. And thank you, Frank, for inviting me to do this. And you can also find me on my couch, draining my sorrows in a lot of beer. So thank you.
Aaron, I love you on Collider Pillow Fights. I really do.
Thank you, Frank. I love you on the show that I created. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we need to give a shout out to Clark, our producer. Clark, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thanks, Bibbs. I'm Chris Clark. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at ChrisClark8788. Those numbers mean nothing. You can also find me on YouTube at No Man's Land Entertainment. And you can also find me on Take 3 Productions, where we do Schmoedown reactions, and I host a podcast called Suddenly Soundtracks, where we dissect a movie musical, song by song, and judge a movie solely based on the soundtrack that it provides. Thank you guys so much. This was an amazing match. Make sure you like and comment. You know what? This was fantastic. Right back at you guys. This was just rocking to the stars.
All right, Chris Skalicky, the man behind the Schmoedown for realsies. Question-wise, tell us a little about yourself and where we can find you.
You can always find me posting on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page, as well as on Twitter at @Schlick51. And you can also, if you want to see a question in a match of your own, you can send them to movietriviaschmoedown@gmail.com. I do get those, I do go through them, and they do get in matches.
Everybody, my name is William Bibbiani. I am the host of Critically Acclaimed, a podcast on Schmoes Know, also on SK+. You can also hear me on Canceled Too Soon every week. It is a podcast in which we review TV shows that lasted only one season or less. I'm on Twitter at William Bibbiani. I write for IGN and The Wrap, and I want to thank every single person who played, every single person who contributed to this show. I want to thank Chris Clark for bringing me on as a host. It has been a lot of fun, and I cannot wait for this next segment when Frankie Stats Janisch gives you the stats on the first ever Rundown Schmoedown Rundown.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Frank here, and it is time for your Schmoedown Breakdown.